Welcome back. Today we're going to play some more Destiny 2. Today's theme is match-made multiplayer. The first 2 sessions of this, I did some solo quests and stuff along with the storyline. And today I'm going to hop in and see what sort of multiplayer matchmaking there is. So we're going to do some strikes. We're going to try out some online multiplayer PvP called the Crucible. See what else there is. Today we're going to go with their sort of default matchmaking options. You can hop in, you can play by yourself. You don't need to get into a group with anybody, but next time I'm going to play around with the Fire Team Finder, which means we can be a little more selective with what it is that we want to do. And we can meet up with new people who are also interested in doing the same things that we are. But these sort of default matchmaking options are a nice and easy way to just hop into the action, kind of low stress. I signed up. I think I did forget to go to that email and hit OK, so we'll see if I ever end up doing that. I need to make a note for myself or something. I've done that quite a bit. Keep a notepad around, and if there's quests I'm going for or guns that I'm trying to level up and want to remember different things, or looking at the stats on my gear, I'll write it down on a little notebook. Kind of fun to interact with something in physical space that we normally only interact with on screen. Next week in Destiny. How about this week in Destiny? Alright. Going to back and pick up our Titan. So where we left off, we had just unlocked our very first strike. Once again, we're in orbit here. We can decide where we want to go next. And we're going to go hop right into the action. So we're going to go to the director, and notice they're having us click up here. The Vanguard is sort of the PvE, the person versus environment faction here in Destiny. It's a lot of the sort of story missions and things you do with people against the computer. And that's as compared to the Crucible is where you play against other people online. And Gambit, which we'll go over at another time, that's where you're playing sort of a mixture of those two. But right now we're going to start with this. We're going to the Vanguard. And we're going to click on the Disgraced, which is a strike. Here we go. So you see in the bottom right, we're searching for Guardians. This is going to be, I don't know, I think I have my mic on. I'm going to actually turn this off for right now so I can chat. Let's chat off. Right now, we're going to get matched up with 2 other people. Strikes take up to 3 people in with you. And it's going to be me and these 2 other people fighting against the computer. So strikes are anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes, depending on the complexity. Some can take a little bit longer with some of the more difficult ones. There's usually some mini bosses. There's usually more enemies than you get when you're just chilling out and doing patrols and stuff. So we'll see how we go. All right, we're in here with Commando Vodka and Mr. Flynn. Hopping on our Sparrow so we can speed up a little bit and head on into where the enemies are.
Cass and Maeve gave their final deaths fighting Devota. That can't be for nothing. It won't be.
There's usually
I know how those nerves
some breaks in the fighting.
Eyes down the sights.
You'll kill some enemies, then you'll hang out and maybe there's some jumping puzzles. Yeah, I got that new grenade. I got that storm grenade, and I got that shoulder charge. I'm gonna see if I can use this shoulder charge. Man, I'm not used to playing with vibration. Right now we're just killing stuff. You see we just killed enough of the enemies. We unlocked this next area. Strikes are usually pretty fun because they'll take you down through an area that you've already been before. So we did a quest around here this last time. This is where I actually died. But we're coming here and we're doing sort of we're experiencing it in a different way. Make sure you get some of your finishers in. Ooh. Yeah, I'm mainly using I got a new auto rifle close to the end of when I played last time. I'm using that right now. Auto rifles are, if you hold down the trigger, they'll shoot sort of continuously. They're good for kind of close to medium range. When you're playing, you can unlock different challenges. I just got one that was called Precision Spree, and this meant that I got a bunch of kills with headshots in a row. They're sort of in-game challenges that can be fun to unlock if you decide to focus on those. Use my sword some.
I'm reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead.
Devota is gathering the swarm.
We killed all those enemies, now on to the next spot.
We carry the light where no one else can.
My shoulder charge just launched him ahead. Whoa. I have a fusion rifle as my secondary. One that shoots. It's sort of like a shotgun. It's good for up close. It takes like a second or so to charge up, but if you get a hit on someone up close, it hits really hard. So notice we came through here during our playing last time. This is a spot you could get lost just trying to kill all these enemies, but there's actually if we follow the waypoint marker, it takes us in here, which we did not go through. The strike's actually somewhat of a remake of one from Destiny 1. It's not exactly the same, but there's a lot of similarities in the area that we're playing. So here's an instance where we run up, and to get to the next spot, we gotta let our ghost do a little bit of hacking.
I burned out the rest of Devota's hiding spots. She's got nowhere to run.
A well-crafted snare.
All right, we're about to see our
Just do my
first
part. It's in
boss.
your hands now, Guardian. All right, take her down.
Man, that new grenade I got is sick. That's the storm grenade that creates a roaming storm cloud. So we'll see in just a second, actually. We don't actually end up killing her here. She's just sort of teasing us. She runs away. We gotta go find her. Whew. I really enjoy strikes because it's pretty much just a lot of killing. There's times that there's other challenges you have to do. You gotta go, take some orbs somewhere or something like that, but a lot of it's just killing things. And you get to run around with other people. It's kind of fun. There's times you get to, revive them if they need it. You can focus fire on one specific enemy, take them down faster. You can split up your jobs. Like I can put down my barrier and that can help them too. So this is the final boss room. We're going to try and take her down. So usually the boss fights go, they're sort of in waves. Defeat the boss a little bit, health will go down about, a half or a third. You'll have to kill some enemies, she'll come back. Where is this enemy? I think he's down below us. Okay, sounds good. See, down the bottom is her health bar. Yeah, when she gets to a certain level of health, she gains this overshield that we need to kill a bunch of enemies before. Uh-oh. Man, these ogres hit hard. Fun to just run up on her, hit her with all you got. Right, she hit again, so now we gotta kill the ads. Woo! All these little explodey boys. Uh-oh, our buddy died. So now we can go down and we can revive him. The idea being that if you do that, then if you end up dying, they'll do the same for you. Woo-wee! We almost died there. We got it though. Nice.
Cass.
That was pretty fast, and I think we had some pretty powerful guys on our team.
Thanks to you.
Couldn't have done it without you, Shaw.
So yeah, usually at the end of a strike, there will be a chest that drops some
See it smart,
stuff. Notice we got
Make sure you keep it safe.
a sword.
Don't let it get to your head, okay? This is only the beginning of your story.
Excellent work. Return to
And then
the
at the
tower.
end of strikes, when you do multiplayer stuff, if you hit the back button to view mission summary, you can give what are called commendations, which are a way to sort of congratulate and thank the people that you've played with. So what you can do, first it shows this screen, which kind of shows everyone's what everyone looks like. If you hit the right bumper, it pulls up the results. It shows how many kills everyone got. And then what you can do is you can actually click on their name once it loads. And click on the character. And it gives you a couple options for some different commendations you can give them, which is kind of a nice way to sort of interact with people. I like the best dressed one. Oh no, I didn't get a chance to give that one. I guess it ended too fast. I really like the best dressed one.
Novota is no more.
With some cool
And you
armor
have
stuff you
continued
can
to
do.
impress us with your ongoing successes, Guardian. With help from Guardians like you, we have come to a greater understanding of the truth. The darkness is not what we first assumed. Like the light, it is a powerful tool of paracausal energy. Despite my earlier misgivings, we have learned how to harness it to help humanity. Just as our enemies have found ways to wield the light against us. What we once thought was the darkness, the vile entity responsible for our great collapse, is now known to us as the Witness. For the first time in hundreds of years, the Traveler left the last city to directly confront it in Earth's orbit. And the Vanguard needs you now more than ever. Come see me for some important assignments, Guardian.
So that was our first strike. Our first truly multiplayer matchmaking experience. I guess we ran into some other people when we were out on patrol. That's another way to interact with others. But yeah, matchmaking sort of easily puts you into a fun activity with other people. And you guys are there fighting alongside each other. It's a pretty cool experience. Nice, they dropped us into the tower. Yeah, so this is one of those instances in which we see a bunch of other people here too. There's Blaze and MDK. Notice there's a couple waypoint markers for us here popping up. This one over here we're gonna go to. This is called the post box. If there's like a gun or armor that you left on the ground, you know we've run across the like a blue armor drop on the ground. If you don't end up picking it up while you're out there, it'll come here. So you can come up here and see what sort of things that you ended up leaving on the ground. Yeah, we left some boots.
Check. Yes.
All right, let's put our new boots on. Looks like we got a new Titan Mark II. We'll put that on. And I think, yeah, we got a sword while we were at it. I'm gonna put that on. Notice we're already up at 1637. We started at 1600. I'm gonna go down and notice, similar to how we have a sparrow here, we can take a look and see what sort of, there will be times you get new sparrows. You can do the same with ships. So this was the ship that we got. It looks like we have something here. So I went to the character screen and hit the left bumper to go to Journey. Here's some information about Guardian ranks. This is sort of a way to keep track of the stuff that you've done in the game. There's some different challenges you can do, and you can play around and see what all options there are. We're going to take a look and see what we got here. Okay, so the first step was just to complete this quest, A Guardian Rises. You can mouse over it and hit claim, and then we've got a rank up available. So what that means is, so hit start, go to journey. If you have this rank up available here, looks like we can rank up to level 2. Once you have that available, you come over here to this tree. Actually, maybe we have to talk to Zavala first. Let's do that. I think we're jumping ahead.
I am at your service.
A spark of hope. Exemplary work, Guardian. Strikes are an important component in our defense of humanity. As of now, I'm approving you for our full range of strike protocols. We're always in need of more fire teams ready to take the fight to the enemy's door. Zavala holds one hand against the other palm. Now it's time for you to commemorate your success. You're ready for the next Guardian rank. The ceremony starts at the tree behind you. Zavala smiles. Don't delay. All right, let's go do that, and then we'll actually come back and talk to him. So notice that we're ready to advance our Guardian rank. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hold down X to do this. Nice, Guardian rank 2. We unlock some ghost mods, which I'll get to in a second. In the instance in which you do that upgrade, you get kind of a cool... I don't actually know if it impacts your stats, but at least it makes you look really cool. It's got this like gold outline on your character. Let's go see what Zavala has to say now.
Are you ready?
Zavala's gaze is weighty, a mixture of pride, worry, and hope. Congratulations on reaching the 2nd Guardian rank. If you ever lack clarity on what to do next, the ranks offer constructive guidance. There are 2 important tasks ahead of you. First, the superconductor. Completed analysis tells us it's exactly what we hoped for. We believe it can be used to reconstruct a powerful arc weapon, a salvaged piece of Golden Age technology. Ikora Ray led the research efforts. She'll brief you on the specifics. Nice. Cool. So we can go talk to Ikora Ray. She'll have some information for us. Here's sort of some information about Lightfall, which has been the most recent expansion. We're not getting this right now, but I bought it and I played it and I enjoyed it. Lightfall. So much has changed. Zavala stares into the space where the traveler once hung. I once stood here to gaze at the savior of humanity, our only hope. Now that hope is gone from my sight. But I see something in its place. I see the fruits of alliance. I see the tenacity of our people. I see a fighting chance. So as the witness plagues our skies, fight, Guardian, fight. And we have a quest here. A quest to complete the first contact mission. It's actually the first mission for the Lightfall expansion. And we unlocked Neptune, which is a new place we can visit.
Brave.
So just really quick before we do our next thing, I'll talk a little bit about some of the things you can do here in the tower. One, if you come up to Zavala, anytime you come up to him, similar to Shaw Han that we talked to in the Cosmodrome, Zavala offers some bounties for you. So these are going to be ones that are Vanguard specific, so a lot of these you can get done in strikes. I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. I usually just pick up a bunch of them, and if I happen to, if I happen to complete them, then that's awesome, and if I don't, then it's not really that big of a deal. So stuff like, defeat multiple combatants with your super, defeat combatants while on Vanguard playlists, shotgun kills, solar kills. Let's see. There's a couple other options here. Some decoding. Once you played enough and you get some different drops, you can sort of choose what it is that you want to pick up. Same with some gear. That's a little bit further away from where we're at now, but and it also offers an option to sort of rank up. So the more you play Vanguard strikes, the more you do these bounties, you gain experience that goes towards your rank here, and the more experience you get, you can unlock a bunch of these different things. So you can unlock some more powerful gear, some enhancement cores, which we haven't gotten to. Get some cool shaders, which I haven't talked about either, but they're a way to customize the color of your gear and your weapons. There's even some cool weapons you can get just directly. Let's see, there's a couple of, looks like some quests we can get here. I'm going to pick this up. I don't even really know what it is, but I'll pick it up. And then an engram tracker, which ends up just being an item to show you sort of how many drops you happen to have that you can turn in.
When it does, we will do it.
All right, so we'll come over here. Real quick, I'll talk about the vault. So here in the tower, notice if we hit start to go to our character screen, we're starting to get a lot of, sort of a lot of guns, a lot of weapons. Some we might not want to keep, some that we probably do. So what you can do is you can come here to the vault, access the vault, and it's basically a space that holds 600 items. So if you want to keep, like let's say we want to keep all the green stuff that we first got as a memory of sort of the first things that we ever wore, I'll go ahead and place all that stuff in there. I'll do that with these guns too. I'll probably not use these gray guns for right now, but... And so now these are all in your vault. So you can come back here at any time, you can access them. If you have other characters, you can actually come in and come to the tower on them, and you can access stuff from this vault. So it's a way to transfer items between characters. There will be more that we do. There's some other things around here I'm not going to talk about right now because honestly there's a lot. We've got a waypoint marker right now. This is Banshee the Gunsmith. We'll come here.
Guardian.
So we see here, up here on the right, it shows that we have an engram. So those blue drops we found on the ground, these sort of like hexagonal shaped items, those are called engrams. And you can get them in a couple different ways, but you ultimately will come back to the tower, or there's some other places you can go as well to sort of identify them. They give you sort of random drops. Chances are this is going to give us a gun. So you come here, you just click on it, and he gave us a shotgun and a shader. Awesome. Here, Banshee is a character you can come up to, talk to, and similar to Zavala, he also has some bounties for you. Here, calibrate bows. We don't have any bows yet. They're probably my favorite weapons in the game. There's a lot of really fun ones. So maybe we'll get one today. We'll get sidearm, machine gun, solar weapon.
Done and done.
As I mentioned, you can just get a bunch of these, and if you happen to get them, then awesome. And if not, that's fine too. Let's see. Similar to Zavala, you can come here, and once you've played a bit, you can get some more items and come unlock specific weapons, but that's a little bit further down the road. So, let's see. We got a shotgun, so I'm going to hit start. And actually, that's a little bit lower than my carbine, and it also is a shotgun which takes special ammo, and I'm already using my Snorri with special ammo, so I'm going to actually stay with what I have for now. We did unlock a shader, I mentioned, so if you hit start and you go down, oh wait. I don't know why I keep doing that. So shaders, let's hit start, and let's change what our gun looks like. And this will be the same for your armor. So let's come over to our gun. We want to change how it looks, and we hit Y to inspect our gun. So notice it looks kind of like this cool black color. If we hit down on the D-pad, pulls up the weapons cosmetic screen. And so if we mouse over this, notice we now have this camo that we can apply to our gun. So you can hit A to apply it, or if you want to just see what it looks like first, you can hit Y to preview it. So it's going to change our gun to look like this, which is actually kind of cool. I am going to apply that. And so now, when you walk around, you're going to see that your gun, it's a little bit hard to see right now with how shiny our body is, but your gun is now that color. And so you can do the same with your armor as well.
Recording data that can only be opened by those who
All right, there's a lot going on. Before we leave the tower for now, I'm going to do one more thing. So I mentioned PvP, which is playing against other people online. That's called the Crucible. And similar to how Zavala is the head of the Vanguard, which is the PvE, person versus environment, Lord Shax here is the one in charge of PvP, the player versus player. So we're going to approach him.
Always good to see another hero.
And he also has a couple bounties we can pick up. So we're defeat some opponents,
Careful with that.
defeat opponents with solar damage, get heavy ammo, complete Crucible matches. His menu set up sort of similarly, and it's also similar to where the more you play Crucible, the more that you can unlock all this stuff.
I'd be right there with you.
I'm going to probably try and get a Crucible game in today. I have a waypoint marker over here for some reason. I don't really know why. Let's see here, message.
Even departed sparks, like fades, still leave a trace in this luminous web we call the light.
Okay, cool. So we've got a new destination we can follow. If we hold down our back button, hold the right bumper to go to the destination screen, we actually have unlocked Neptune here. So we can go here. I'm not going to go here for right now, but this is where we'll go and play that first sort of free mission of the Lightfall expansion. But I'm not going to do that right at the moment. So a couple other things to notice. So now we have a little bit more access to some different items on this map. Notice we can click on the tower, and that's actually where we're at right now. But if you wanted to fly into the tower, you would fly here. We have access to this planet over here, Nessus. So sort of similar to the Cosmodrome, you can fly in here. This is sort of an open world area. You can run around and kill stuff and do challenges. Here we see a public event is happening or is about to happen. And that's the same across here. There's a couple different places. Savathun's Throne World we can go to. That's a really neat looking area. You can fly in there. Similarly, here's public event. So you can play around. There's a couple other options we have here. So we clicked on the Vanguard a second ago. I'm going to click on it again. And now we actually have the option to this Vanguard Ops playlist. So this is going to be a random selection of strikes. Every time you hop in, it'll be a random, it chooses from a random selection of them. And it'll be sort of like that strike we played, where it's you and two other random people playing this, 15, 20-minute strike. I really like doing this. There's a couple other options here that we need to be a little bit higher level for. Nightfalls, you need to be 1750 power to get into this. It's more difficult, but it rewards better gear. And then finally, the Grand Master Nightfall is similarly, it's even more difficult, and you need to be at least 1800 power. So we're a ways from that, but if I get another chance to today, I'll hop into this one, because this is where I've spent a lot of time. Notice we have the option for Gambit. So Gambit is basically 4v4. It's competitive co-op. What it is it's you and 3 other people you get randomly matched up with, or you join with your friends, against another team of 4. And it's a mixture of sort of PvE, where you're shooting enemies similar to like you did in a strike, but every now and then there's an option to actually shoot the other players. I haven't played this one very much, but I also might get a chance to do this. Crucible is going to be the PvP in general. This is where you're playing against other people. There's a couple different options you have here. You've got Rumble, which is free for all. You've got a 3v3 ranked competitive, although it looks like we need to speak to Lord Shax to do that. Trials of Osiris, although it looks like we need Lightfall for this. Trials is one that happens every week on the weekends. It's 3v3, usually a little bit more competitive. And there's a couple other options you have here. Here at Legends, this is going to be a selection of... Nice, this is actually pretty sick. So these are different dungeons and raids that you have access to. Dungeons are basically strikes multiplied by 10 in difficulty. They're longer, they're more difficult. It's still 3 players. You can solo them, probably not at the level we're at now, but it's possible. And then raids are sort of the ultimate, called end game content. They're 6-player cooperative playing against the computer. It's like a strike times 100 in difficulty. And there's a couple of these, actually all 3 of these, Vault of Glass, Crota's Inn, and King's Fall, were in Destiny 1. They've been re-released. And these are some of... I've actually not played these in Destiny 2, but in Destiny 1, these were some of the absolute most fun experiences I've had playing video games. Vault of Glass especially was good. So we'll get to those. Here in Eternity, I think we have access to some of this. Let's see. Yeah, this is called Dares of Eternity. It's a 6-player PvE experience. Sort of similar to a raid. It's maybe not quite as difficult, but it's another sort of multiplayer. You get match made with people. And then, let's see. Around here, you'll notice there's a couple different options here to take a look at the different expansions that are out there. I'm not getting these today, but these have some additional information about these expansions. There's some really cool stuff that is in each of these that if you feel like and enjoy what you have here and want to see more of what Destiny has, I would highly recommend them. And then finally, before I actually hop in and do stuff, because there's been a lot of talking, is take a look at the helm here. So this is another area. We can click on it. And this has a couple of different options. There's sort of a public space we can land and go to, and this has some information for us. We can go here. There's some cool things cool quests and stuff we can unlock. I'm not going to do this right now because there's a lot here. But sort of similar to the tower, you can go here and talk to the people here. But enough talking. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's go ahead and do one Crucible match. Let's see how that goes. Destinations. Let's go to Crucible. And then I'm going to pick Control. And launch. So Control is 6v6, you and 5 other people playing against a team of 6. There's 3 flags, and you want to try and capture and hold the flags for as long as you can. You and your teammate has to go stand where the flag is to capture it for your team. What else? You get points for holding flags, for capturing flags, and also for killing the enemy team. I honestly haven't played a whole lot of Crucible in Destiny 2. There were some times I played a lot back in Destiny 1, but less than I do the player versus environment stuff. I really like that. Notice we're searching for Guardians, waiting for other people to join. When you play, the more you play, the more you increase your Crucible rank. The more you increase your Crucible rank, you get more items, better gear. Then you can go back and talk to Shax and unlock those items there. Cool. While you're waiting, you can mouse over. This has information on the rules for control, letting us know that this week there's double the loot drops after Crucible. So once you finish a game, you have a chance to get items. And I guess they're doubled right now. Also, while you're waiting, you can just hang out. Notice when you're in orbit, you can hit down on the D-pad and it'll pull up your vault. This is what we looked at in the tower. This has been a recent addition. It used to be every single time you wanted to go here, you would have to go to the tower. But now when you're in orbit, you can. Alright. I'm going to put on a sniper rifle, and then I've got a sword and auto rifle. I like using auto rifles in PvP, but really it's whatever you feel the most comfortable using. I'm not going to promise anything skill-wise here, other than, well, I'm just not going to promise anything. We'll get to see some Crucible maps. They're usually based on the different planets that you have access to. Usually at the beginning of the game, it kind of shows this cool overview of your team all standing beside each other. It seems like there was a little bit of a glitch that happened there.
Show me you can take ground.
There we go.
Hold the zones.
All right, as I mentioned, control is zone-based, so you want to come and capture a zone. You come stand by the flag. Notice it says capturing down there.
Enemy claims
You can see the
C.
enemy just took
Captured
Z or C over there. I'm going to go with my buddies and try to get B. So there's 3 of them. You want to try to hold as many as you can. Or some people would argue you just want to
Zone
hold
B.
2.
You have zone advantage.
Got my first kill. Got my second kill. Third kill. Woo! And then I got killed.
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
Heavy ammo doesn't come up very often, and you only get a very little bit of it just because heavy weapons are very powerful. Oof. No, so we're just kind of hanging out here with 2 captures, although someone's going for C right now.
Zone C lost. Enemy has zone advantage. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
Uh-oh. Got him. Notice similar to other places, up on the top left shows your sort of motion tracker. If you see red on it, it means there's an enemy close by. Got him. Oh no, but someone got me. Whew. Let's see what our buddies are doing here. I'm with you, man. Ah. Oh, someone's back here on blue. Ooh, he took me out. Looks like someone's trying to go back over towards C. Oh no.
Minutes left. Keep it up.
Whew. So it's a lot of shooting, killing. You can see playing with a team, working together, obviously can be more effective
Zone B
than...
lost. Enemy has advanced.
Ooh, I don't know who shot me.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Ooh, they got me. So I think the rules said that if you are holding on to two flags, then you get 2 points for every kill, which is nice.
Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Uh-oh. He's coming at me with his super. Oh no! I wasted my super.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
A bunch of people going to C.
3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
Whoa.
Enemy has advantage.
I think we
Zone
played a
B
150
captured.
here.
You have advantage.
I'm not sure why my screen keeps lifting up like that. Whoa! Guy sniped me in the head.
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Uh-oh.
Your enemy has a power play.
Our enemy has a power play. Which just means they have everything. Nice. Here are some of those orbs that I... Yes! Oh, triple kill. Wow. That's sick.
You captured Zone A. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Finish them. Zone C lost. 1 minute. Won't be long now. Zone B lost. They have advantage.
Ah! Oh no.
Seconds stand between you and victory.
Oh my god. Wow. We're not playing very much Crucible, so I'm kind of happy with my performance.
Seconds. End them.
Whoa. That's the game. Nice. So at the end of the game, similar to strikes, you'll have an option. Oh dang, we got some cool stuff here. Wow.
You should give the Red Jacks a lesson in territory control.
Man, that's awesome. Similar to strikes, at the end of the game, you can give commendations to people. If it ever comes up. Like I mentioned, I usually give the coolest looking. Oh, that guy left already. I go best dressed, and then you've got a couple other options like kept it cool. Oh, went so fast I wasn't even able to do anything. Nice, that was real fun actually. Alright, so if you don't back out, it'll automatically lead you into another one, but I'm going to back out real quick and take a look. Hit the start button, pull up the character menu. Let's see a couple things. We got a grenade launcher, which I'm not going to use right this moment. We got a new helmet, which I'm also not going to use right this moment. But we also got a exotic ghost shell, which is actually kind of sick. I'm going to put that on. And then this will be the same with, sometimes with weapons, definitely with armor, is there's some additional perks and stuff, and I guess modifications that you can apply to these. So we're going to hit Y to open it up and take a look. First of all, this is a sick looking ghost shell. A couple of things before we get into the mods. Similar to what you did with weapons, if you hit down on the D-pad, you can pull up a couple different cosmetic options. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this shader that we got to make this guy nice and blue. That's pretty awesome. Sort of matches our arc subclass. The projection, so another customizable option. Whenever you hit that back button when you're out in patrol, and it allows you to pull out your Sparrow. There's a little customization, a little light that shines up above your ghost. So we're going to preview it real quick to just see what we mean. So we're going to hit Y, And we see it just sort of applies this little, it's called a projection. So I'm going to apply that. And that's another one that as you go throughout the game, you'll unlock a lot more. And there's some really neat ones. But the reason we're here is some experience mods or some mods. So what you can do is you can take a look through here and see there's a couple slots of things that you can put here. So mouse over and come down here and we see immediately there's an option to increase experience by 2%. That sounds pretty good, especially sort of as we're leveling up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one on. Hold down A to apply it. So looks like there's options for other ones, but we don't have any of those unlocked right now. So what you can do, and once again, this will be similar to what you do with guns and armor, is if you have the materials, you mouse over this and notice it takes, to upgrade, you need 300 glimmer and 1 legendary shard. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hold down A to apply. And we notice now the ghost has 2 energy. What that means is you can come down here and you can actually give another mod to it. So the options we have right now are increase glimmer by 5%, or I like this one, combo detector. So any sort of those caches, those treasure chests that you see when you're out on patrol, this gives a little indicator on your screen. So I'm going to put that one on. And then what you can do is as you get more of these legendary shards, as you get more glimmer, you can upgrade this all the way to 10, and there's a couple different options that you have to choose from to sort of increase this. So it's pretty awesome. We got this exotic ghost shell. I'm very happy with that. All right, let's see. Let's see if we've done any of our bounties. First, we're going to see if we got any new armor. Let me see, we've got a new Titan mark. We'll put that on. I think we're at the top of what we have. This one's a little bit higher. Actually, I will put this one on. We're not going to get rid of this purple helmet, but I just want to see how high my level goes. So we're at 1639 now. Put this guy back on. And we'll put this on. Nice, we're up at 1640. Alright, I'm going to see if there's any of those bounties that I've completed. So hit start, mouse over or left bumper. And we see we did. We got a couple of bounties completed. These give us some experience. So we'll just go ahead and accept those. And we unlocked a tier in the season. That's what that experience gives us. So we'll hit the left bumper again, and we'll go over and we see we got an upgrade module. 3 of them. We'll go ahead and claim those. We also see here on the quests, we still need to speak to Ikora Ray in the tower. And then also on this quest screen, if you hit down on the D-pad, it shows what else you need to do. So we need to go talk to Ikora Ray. What's this down here? It says we have something, but there's nothing here to choose from, so I don't really know why that is. Alright, so let's go speak to Ikora Ray. You'll hit start. And in this case, I'm actually going to fly over here to the annex. Because I think there might be some other things we can do over here too. While we're flying in, I'm going to go ahead and play around and show you a little bit of how those upgrade modules work. So notice here that this blue helmet is level 1645 and my purple helmet is 1634. But I want this to be a higher level. So if you equip it, and if you hit Y, here in the left, there's an option to infuse once it loads up. And what you can do is, I'll go back to that. So hit start, you go to the item that you want to level up, you hit Y over top of it, and then down here on the left, there's an infuse. So notice it gives us the option for this level 1645 helmet. If you mouse over it, it shows it takes 1 upgrade module. And if you do this, you're going to get rid of this helmet that's 1645, and you're going to make this purple helmet 1645 now. So let's go ahead and do that. And so what we'll see now when we come and take a look, that our helmet is now level 1645, which is what we wanted. So you can do that as many times as you have upgrade modules. There's a bunch of different ways to get them. I'll be honest, when you're leveling up, honestly, it may be better just to just keep the blue one on until you get up to a higher level, but it's totally up to you. I often like just having all purples, but that's more of a preference thing. Alright, let's go see. We're going to take a quick visit to the Drifter. So I mentioned Gambit, which is a mixture of PvP and PvE. This guy's the guy in charge of it. So similar to Zavala in the Vanguard, Shax in the Crucible, the Drifter deals with Gambit. So open this menu up. It's going to be probably like you would expect. You have a couple different options. You have some bounties. I don't think I'm going to play Gambit today. I might do that next time. But the options are here. Focus decoding, so similar here. So we're going to continue on. Every time you get here, it's a absolute must that you come up here and activate Good Boy Protocol. You pet the dog. It's a must. Let's see if this is open down here. Let's talk to this lady.
How can I help?
It is awesome. Interesting. Okay. Do I want to talk about this today? Yeah, I think I will.
The Black Armory awaits your return.
We're gonna hit start real quick. So, right now we've got this helmet. We hit Y, we open it up, we can take a look at it. If we hit down on the D-pad, there's a couple things we can see. We have the option to add this camo, which I'll do. But notice if you mouse over this, it gives us a couple different things to take a look at. So if we hit Y over this and preview it, we'll see it sort of gives us the option to change how our helmet looks. We'll hit Y to preview this other one.
But that is how I know it is important.
So we see there's a couple different ways for us to change how the helmet looks. So if we were to apply these, we would still have this tangled web helm that would still have all the same stats, but it would just look different. So the cosmetics would change. So that's what this lady does is, I believe it's 10 times per season, you have an option to do a quest to unlock the ability to sort of unlock some of those cosmetics. I usually get the Vanguard Threader and the Destination Threader. That's for Vanguard strikes and different things to do with different destinations around the solar system. But there's also one for Gambit, one for Crucible, and one for raids and dungeons. I'll pick up the Vanguard one and the Destination one for now.
I'll be here.
Let's take a look and see what they are. So hit back. Left bumper, or just once. And we see
I once believed the forges could be
open chest awarded from completing Altars of Sorrow on the moon.
They were just a step on
I actually think we don't have access to the moon right now. We can take a look. And then this one is defeat champions in Nightfall strikes. So some of these are more difficult and more complicated than a lot of the other ones because they reward a kind of unique reward. But sort of similar to these other ones, I kind of get them, and if I end up getting them, then I do. And you can choose to just focus on this. Alright, back to what I was doing. Get here, activate Good Boy Protocol. And then we're heading up to Ikora Ray. She has some stuff for us. It's my drunk dad. We're gonna come here and talk to Ikora Ray. She has something
Guardian,
for us to talk about.
it's good to see you back in the tower. We'll need everyone for the fight ahead. Life changes very quickly in the last city. Before you join your fellow Guardians in the field, take the time to review past events on the timeline.
That's pretty awesome.
Understanding the path that brought us here is the best way to equip yourself for what's to come. As any warlock might tell you, a little insight can level the playing field.
Ikora welcomes you with a mix of warmth and relief. Guardian, it's good to see you back in the tower. We'll need everyone for the fight ahead. Revisit past missions to understand what's at stake for the Guardians and all of humanity. Complete each mission for rewards to arm yourself for the future. Let's click this. A spark of hope. Your timing is fortuitous. There is a record of a powerful weapon in the archives, an arc-powered submachine gun lost in the collapse. We recovered the frame, but it was incomplete, lacking the arc power source. That changes today, with your discovery of the superconductor. Ikora clasps her hands together as though slotting a key into a lock. Find Devrim K, our scout in the EDZ. He can direct you to the inoperable frame. One final consideration, Ikora smiles grimly. You will need all the tools at your disposal to succeed in this task. The light has many possibilities for you to explore. Expand your mind, deepen your experience, and learn to harness the light in new ways. You can now acquire additional subclasses from Ikora Ray. So we have Arc, we can now get the Solar and the Void ones.
Quickly,
Okay.
friend. It's on your.
So notice there on the right it shows we have a couple of,
Does not go unrewarded.
let's see, does it allow us to actually select them? No. Okay, so we're gonna hit the back button, go over to quests. Go down to take a look, and we see here is a quest. We need to get solar kills and generate orbs of power. This one is getting void kills and generate orbs of power. And in doing that, once you complete these quests, then you will unlock the option to play as something other than this Arc Striker. You'll be able to play as the Solar and the Void subclasses, which are also pretty fun.
Keep it together,
Um, let's see.
Gearing up for a big offensive? Do you need
Let's hit
supplies?
start. Wait. Hit the back button. We're going to go to destinations. I'm not going to do this right now, but I'll just point it out. Up here on the top right now, we've unlocked timeline. We'll click on that. And what this is like a pretty cool interactive timeline of the history of Destiny 2. This has some cool animations, some cool stories, and you can play around. But it also gives you some options for some actual to play some quests and get some weapons from it. So I'm not going to do this right now.
What the?
That's an option there. What the? Let's see. I think what all do I have here? I guess I'll point this out real quick. Another kind of fun customization option to really see some cool art. Hit the character, go to the character screen, go down, and then here on the left above our sparrow, these are called emblems. They're kind of cool, different types of works of art that different artists have made and have been put in the game. And they are really just a way to customize your character a little bit more. So we got this one from Zabala earlier. We could put that on. Notice it changes sort of the top of the screen here. I actually kind of like this one I'm going to put on. And so this is sort of when you're hanging out in orbit or when you go to load into a game, it shows your name, and this is a little bit of flair that you can have. That's all yours. Okay. What do I want to do? Let's see. What do the quests say? You know, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick one more multiplayer experience, because that's why we're here. So we did a strike, we did a Crucible game. I think we're gonna save Legends until we're leveling up a little bit. I'm just gonna go do a regular Vanguard strike. So click on the Vanguard, and we're gonna go to Vanguard Ops. It gives you some information down here. Each week these change. So we see here, arc threat means enemies shoot you with arc damage. It hurts you 25% more. These surges here indicate that if you use that weapon type or that subclass type, either solar or stasis, that you actually do more damage to them. In this case, power weapons deal more damage. And some shielded foes, which I haven't talked about. So we're just going to hit start. We're going to get launched into a game with a couple other people. So while we're waiting, the three main subclasses, three main damage types in the game are Arc, which is electricity, Solar, which is fire, and Void, which is sort of like space magic, I guess. We've run into these a couple of times, but as you go around the world, there are going to be some enemies that have that particular flavor of aura or shield surrounding them. And what that means is you can actually pick a weapon that has that particular flavor, and that weapon is more effective against that shield. So to kill that enemy, you need to take the shield down and then take down all the health. So if we have an enemy that has a void shield, we could use this to take down the shield a lot faster.
Guardian, we've received intel that Bracus Zahn is supplying weapons to the Shadow Legion.
So this is another strike. Once again, it's going to be sort of a mixture of killing things and, traversing the area.
I miscalculated the strength of this operation.
You miscalculated?
Yes. Do you
These guys are actually our friends.
Right. Let's get them free.
My heavy weapon is a grenade launcher. It shoots a grenade out of it, which hits pretty hard. It's just a mixture. Oh no.
This new Zahn has done some redecorating.
Mixture of shooting enemies and running away from them.
Cannons could be of use.
Sometimes there's spaceships you can shoot down. These enemies that we're fighting kind of look like pigs or bulls. These are called the Cabal.
I informed the Empress we had already dealt with Zahn, or at least I thought we had.
With a couple of launch cannons we can take to get to the next area.
It is not unlikely this new Zahn is a successor who has taken up the mantle.
Regardless, he must be stopped.
In this area, we have to pick up, we have to kill a guy, pick up a solar charge, and go deposit it over here. A lot of the strikes and dungeons and raids all sort of build on top of each other. They start you off dealing with some mechanics, so this is one, you know, kill something, pick up an orb, deposit it. That'll be used throughout the rest of this strike, all the way up to the boss fight. So it sort of gets you used to doing it at the beginning.
Thank you, Guardian. I've instructed the Scions to aid you.
So notice we're playing with two buddies here.
To
We
face
got a
Brockus
flying
Zahn.
prostate and Zacchaeus X.
Take all the help we can get.
There are some areas that you can just run past things, although there's a good chance it could come back to hurt you, so. Here's another area, we gotta kill some enemies, and then there's a big sort of a mini boss that'll drop an orb to pick up. You can play these kind of however you want. I'm someone who likes to run and gun. If you ain't dying, you ain't trying. But you can feel free to play them safe. Here are some of those yellow barred enemies, which just means that they take more health to kill. Another orb to deposit here. Gonna be a tank that spawns here. This is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna. Oh, yeah. That was fun. He just kind of died. Gotta do some hacking over here. Sit. This. Ooh. Nice, that was easy. Whenever you see the orbs of power on the ground, go pick them up because they help you get your super faster. Purple bricks are heavy ammo. Trying to keep up with my buddies. Notice this strike's a little bit more involved than the last one that I played. These enemies hit a little bit harder. Ooh. And you really can play it however you want. You can sit back, play it safe, you can run and gun. I was just walking on air. Man, I've never played this game with vibration on. I usually turn it off. So I obviously know this strike pretty well, and I know most of them, but they're kind of fun to learn. You can always look up online to see what the best approaches are, or you can go in blind and do your best. Just try and pay attention to where your teammates are. So this is the final boss right here, the final boss room. So notice that again, you see down at the bottom, we took him down, took his health down a bit, and then this buddy over here, a flying prostate, is he killed a guy and is taking a charge over there to deposit it.
Got to get rid of it.
Oh, I think he landed right on top of me. Funny. Woo, I am just getting in a lot of trouble. Notice this is an instance where I am not paying attention to where my teammates are. I'm just kind of killing things. Woo. Usually when you're using your super, you have a little bit more health. Otherwise, it's easier to just kind of hang out there.
Well fought, Guardian.
Here we go.
We've cut another head off the proverbial Hydra.
Hydra have but one head, Deborah.
Yeah.
Yes, Vex Hydra do. There's an old Earth mythological
All right, we got that. We got some drops. I'm gonna hit the back button to pull up my commendations screen.
To better understand our enemies.
I'll do that.
If it comes up. This guy's got some cool gear, so I'll give him. And then prostate, he enriched the game. And then I'll hit right and see, kind of shows the number of kills and all that. Alright. Return to orbit. So to finish up, I'm going to head to the tower and turn in some stuff. I think it says Zavala has some stuff for us. Let's see what our highest level gear is right now. We got a 1648 here. 1638. 1648. 1649. 1631. 47. Ooh, we got our first legendary mark. Hit start, or not start, just select it. We're up to 1644 now. Alright, let's head to the tower. While we're flying in, hit the back button, pull up our quests, see if we got any bounties done. Yeah, we got one bounty done. Nice. Notice we got some of our void kills. We got some of our solar kills. So we're getting close to being able to unlock those subclasses. We didn't even really do all that much. Alright, let's go talk. I think they said we leveled up at Zavala, so I'm going to go over there. Come say hi to him.
Guardian.
Nice, we see we leveled up and we got another engram, so we'll select it. We'll get some guns or some armor. Oh, nice, a gun and a shader.
Shooting dead.
So hit start. And we got a hand cannon. It's a fun one. It's a pistol. Hit Y, pull it up, take a look at it. Now, so you can play around, you can take a look and see some different options here. I like stability and handling, and I like a little bit of reload speed.
We can change things, I know it.
I'll change the color of it. So hit Y, pull it up, hit down to go to appearance, weapon cosmetics. Let's see what this orange one looks like. Oh, basically it looks the same. I guess it looks kind of like the gun in general. Oh, it is the gun. Well, we'll change it to something different. Cool. We'll make that one that color, and then let's make our mark that Vanguard color. Pull it up, hit down on the D-pad. And let's see. Yeah, make it kind of blue and orange. Nice.
Savathun's brood.
All right. So we'll head over here. We have a waypoint marker. We'll head over to get that, and then we'll finish up. So I believe it's each week. When you give out a certain amount of commendations after strikes or Crucible, and when you either giving them out or receiving them, then this lady over here gives you a drop for that, sort of rewarding you for, you know, awarding your friends. So we're going to approach Soraya Hawthorne.
What do you need?
And she's going to give us an engram. Nice. I'll talk about raid banners real quick. We can buy this. I'll go ahead and spend 5,000 to buy this.
Couldn't have picked better myself. Careful out there.
Hit start. Let's go ahead and put on our armor here. go hit the right bumper over to our inventory, raid banner. So at the beginning of raids, at the beginning of a number of different encounters, you basically put this on the ground, and it's similar to the beginning of a public event where it automatically reloads your guns, gives you max ammo, reloads all your abilities, all your supers.
We can get the Vanguard to sponsor.
All right, well, that's going to be it for today. We got into some of our first multiplayer matchmaking. We did our first strike. We played some Crucible. We learned a lot more about the game. We did another strike, the first one that was sort of in the regular playlist. We took a look through and see what other sorts of options there are out there that we can play. There's a lot. And, yeah. So, next time, I'll do some more multiplayer. I'll either do some more of this matchmaking, or it actually looks like I don't have Fireteam Finder unlocked yet. So, I'll do a little research to see what it takes to unlock that. But ultimately, what that is that instead of just going into matchmaking, you can specifically search for something that you want to do. Oh, it requires Guardian rank 5, so it'll take a little while for us to get there, but it'll be worth it. All right, so that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.